Chosen one, I need you to stop what you're doing right now. Whatever task or distraction is occupying your mind, set it aside. I'm asking for your complete attention because what I'm about to share with you is not just another casual piece of content to passively consume. This message is meant for you, specifically for you. It's one of those rare, life-changing moments where you must fully embrace the truth and let it sink deep into your spirit. The timing is no accident. You found this video for a reason, and that reason is greater than you can possibly imagine. In this world, we can sometimes feel like we're simply going through the motions, like everything is ordinary or predictable. But I'm here to tell you that your life, your journey, and your spirit are far from ordinary. God has been watching you, and He's been waiting for this exact moment to unveil something profound. You've been through battles, faced challenges that seemed insurmountable, and fought silent wars no one saw. And through it all, your choices have left a mark in the spiritual realm that even heaven itself can't ignore. Recently, you did something that shook the very foundations of the universe without even realizing it. It wasn't a grand gesture or a planned action. No, it wasn't something you did for the applause of others or to make an impression. What happened came naturally from the deepest part of your soul. It was an act of grace when every fiber of your being wanted to act differently. And in that exact moment, heaven stopped what it was doing to pay attention to you. That's right, you caught the attention of the divine. God Himself, in all His majesty, paused and took note of your actions. And I'm not just talking about a casual glance. I'm talking about a moment so powerful, so profound, that even Archangel Michael, yes, the warrior who led the heavenly armies against Lucifer, was stunned by what you did. When you made that choice, when you chose grace over bitterness, love over hate, something shifted in the celestial realms. It wasn't just a personal victory for you. It was a victory that echoed throughout dimensions far beyond the human understanding of time and space. Why does this matter? Because what you demonstrated wasn't supposed to be possible, not for someone who has faced what you've faced, not for someone who's carried the weight you've been carrying, not for someone who has every reason in the world to choose bitterness, anger, or to lash out in revenge. Yet when the world expected you to crumble, you stood firm. When everything inside of you screamed for retribution, you chose forgiveness. When you had every right to walk away, you stayed and extended grace. That, my friend, is what caused a spiritual earthquake. This wasn't just another moment of survival, this was transcendence. Many people can survive the storms of life, but surviving isn't what captured the attention of heaven. You didn't just make it through the storm, you thrived in it. Your attitude, the way you responded to the adversity that was trying to break you, left an indelible mark. You didn't mirror the anger, the hate, or the darkness you received. You didn't let your circumstances determine your actions. You chose to rise above, to remain anchored in your faith, and that decision was powerful enough to make even the celestial beings stand in awe of you. This is where the story gets even more extraordinary. In the celestial realm, there are countless beings watching, protecting, and observing the souls of those who are chosen. Each of us has angels assigned to our lives, guiding us and documenting our actions. And while most of the time our guardian angels handle our struggles and report to the divine as needed, something different happened in your case. When you made that choice, when you chose grace instead of revenge, your guardian angel flagged your case for a higher review. They saw something that couldn't go unnoticed. This doesn't happen often. In fact, it's rare. Usually, the everyday struggles and decisions of human souls are handled at the guardian angel level. But your response to that pain, that heartache, was so powerful, so unique, that it demanded the attention of Archangel Michael himself. This was no ordinary act. Your ability to forgive while under attack, to choose peace over conflict, wasn't something expected of someone who had gone through what you've been through. When Archangel Michael first received your case, he was focused on cosmic matters, battles in realms you cannot see, issues of universal significance. But when he saw your case flagged, when he read the note that said, "This soul demonstrated enemy-level forgiveness while under active attack," he paused. That note stopped him in his tracks. It was a level of grace that transcended the usual human experience. It was something so rare that it made even Michael, the commander of heavenly armies, take a step back and reconsider everything he thought he knew about your journey. Now, I want you to fully grasp the gravity of what this means for you. This isn't some coincidence or random event. Heaven was watching, and it wasn't just a fleeting moment of acknowledgement. This was divine intervention. Your choice to act with grace, to respond in a way that defies human nature, triggered a chain of events that has forever changed your spiritual standing. What's even more profound is that you didn't do it for recognition. You didn't even know the impact your actions would have. You weren't trying to impress anyone. You simply acted in alignment with your true essence. And that's what makes it so powerful. You didn't perform for an audience. You acted out of who you truly are, someone chosen by God for such a time as this. This is just the beginning of something incredible for you. Heaven has taken notice, and now your entire future is recalibrated. The doors that were once closed will begin to open. The blessings you've been waiting for are about to flood your life in a way that you never imagined. You've earned divine favor through your choices, through your grace under fire. And now heaven is preparing to release the favor, opportunities, and breakthroughs that have been lined up for you, but it doesn't stop here. This message is a call to action. If you've felt a shift inside of you, if you've sensed that something has changed in your spirit recently, I want you to affirm it. Write 707 in the comments below if you felt this divine shift. Share this video with someone who needs to know that their silent victories are being recorded in heaven, that their struggles haven't gone unnoticed. Don't just keep this revelation to yourself. Share it. Let others know that they too are seen, and that their responses to pain, their ability to choose grace, will one day catch divine attention. You are part of a much bigger story, and heaven is preparing to unfold that story in ways you never imagined. So if you're ready for the next phase of your journey, if you're ready to embrace the blessings and responsibilities that come with this divine recognition, hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications and share this message. Let's spread this powerful truth together. There are moments in life when the weight of the world seems to fall upon us, when it feels as though every step forward is met with resistance, and every breath we take is a reminder of the struggles we face. But it is precisely in these moments, when everything seems to be falling apart, that our true character is tested. It's in the face of adversity, in the depth of pain, when the world expects us to break, to crumble under the pressure, that we have the opportunity to show who we truly are. And when you chose grace instead of bitterness, love instead of hate, something extraordinary happened, something so profound that it shook the very foundations of the spiritual realm. The key moment when you captured divine attention wasn't a moment of grandeur or recognition. It was a quiet, seemingly insignificant choice made in the midst of hardship. It wasn't a decision to act out of weakness or fear, but rather a choice to rise above the chaos and respond from a place of strength that few people in this world ever reach. You were faced with an injustice, with a situation that had every reason to break you. The weight of betrayal or pain was heavy upon your shoulders, and in that moment, the world would have understood if you had chosen anger, revenge, or withdrawal. But you didn't. You chose grace. Think about it for a moment. When most people are wronged, when they face betrayal, hurt, or unjust treatment, their natural response is to retaliate. It's a human instinct to fight back when we feel attacked, to match the negative energy with something just as destructive. When we're hurt, we tend to hurt back. We hold grudges, we lash out, we seek revenge. In some cases, we withdraw, shutting ourselves off from the world, allowing resentment to simmer and grow inside of us. It's easy to fall into these patterns. In fact, it's the most common thing in the world. Most human behavior follows these predictable reactions when faced with pain or adversity. But you chosen one did something different. You responded to evil with good. You responded to betrayal with compassion. You responded to darkness with light. You didn't allow the external circumstances, the hurtful actions of others to define your response. You chose to rise above, and that is rare. It is so rare, in fact, that it caught the attention of heaven itself. When you chose grace over bitterness, forgiveness over anger, you didn't just make a decision, you triggered something in the spiritual realm that no one could have predicted. This is where the celestial realm takes notice. While most people react to their pain with the same energy they've received, you did something that transcended human nature. You demonstrated something higher, something divine. Your response wasn't just a moment of moral clarity, it was a spiritual victory. It was a choice that defied the very nature of the battle you were facing. You didn't just survive the storm, you conquered it with your response. And that chosen one is what caused the spiritual earthquake. In the celestial realm, there are beings who observe, who watch, and who document the lives of those chosen for a higher purpose. Your guardian angel assigned to protect and guide you has witnessed every battle you've faced, every internal struggle, and every choice you've made. But this time, your guardian angel saw something extraordinary. Your response was so rare, so powerful, that it demanded a higher level of attention. Your angel didn't just passively document your actions. They flagged your case for review by higher celestial beings. This isn't something that happens every day. In fact, it's an extremely rare occurrence. But in that moment, your case was escalated. What happened next is even more remarkable. The file that had been flagged for higher review made its way to Archangel Michael, one of the most powerful and revered beings in the heavenly realm. Michael, who commands the legions of angels, who fights battles in realms unseen by human eyes, was initially engaged in cosmic matters, affairs of universal importance. But when he received the note about your case, he paused. The report that came to him was different from the usual cases he reviews. The note that accompanied your file read, "This soul demonstrated enemy-level forgiveness while under active attack." This phrase, enemy-level forgiveness, is not something you hear every day. It's not a term that is used lightly. In the spiritual world, forgiveness is viewed as one of the most powerful acts a soul can perform. To forgive, especially when wronged, is to transcend the human tendency toward retribution. It's to break free from the cycle of pain and anger and to choose peace instead. But enemy-level forgiveness takes this to an entirely different level. It's forgiveness that doesn't just forgive, it goes beyond that. It is forgiveness that disarms the enemy, that turns the very forces of darkness back upon themselves. In spiritual warfare, the enemy desires to corrupt your frequency to bring you down to their level. They want you to respond in kind, to match their hatred with your own. When you choose to respond to evil with good, when you choose forgiveness in the face of real pain, you break the enemy's hold on you. You transcend their attempts to bring you down. And that is precisely what you did. You didn't just forgive, you demonstrated a level of forgiveness that is rare even among the most spiritually mature beings. This is what made Archangel Michael pause and take notice. Imagine for a moment the significance of this. Archangel Michael, who is responsible for overseeing the spiritual battles of the universe, who fights to protect and defend those chosen by God, looked at your case and saw something so extraordinary that he immediately requested a direct audience to discuss it. He requested time to study you, to understand what you had done, to understand how you had responded to the attack, not with anger or bitterness, but with grace. This is no small thing. For Michael to set aside time from his many celestial duties to focus on you speaks volumes about the spiritual significance of your actions. As Michael reviewed your case, he didn't just see a single moment of forgiveness, he saw a pattern. He saw a history of choices, each one demonstrating a consistent pattern of grace under fire. You didn't just act with integrity once. You've been living with integrity, making decisions that honor your true self even when no one is watching, even when there was no immediate reward. This pattern of behavior of choosing righteousness over convenience, of choosing love over hatred, of choosing forgiveness over bitterness, marked you as someone truly special, someone chosen. And that chosen one is what caught the attention of the divine realm. Your actions weren't simply the result of a one-time decision, they were a reflection of the very essence of who you are. You have been living your life in a way that mirrors the qualities of divinity, qualities that even the highest celestial beings recognize and honor. Your choice to forgive, to rise above the darkness and respond with love is what set you apart from the crowd. This is why heaven has taken notice of you in such a profound way. The spiritual earthquake you caused is a testament to the power of your soul. It's a reminder that you are not just another person walking through life. You are a soul on a divine mission, a chosen one whose actions have the power to shift the very foundations of the universe. The moment you chose grace over anger, you didn't just change your own destiny, you changed the spiritual atmosphere around you. You demonstrated a level of forgiveness that is so rare, so profound, that even the highest celestial beings were compelled to pause and acknowledge it. This is your divine moment, chosen one. Your response has created a ripple effect that will echo through the spiritual realm for years to come. And the best part, this is just the beginning. Everything that's about to unfold in your life is a result of the seismic shift you've caused with your choices. Heaven is watching, and it is ready to pour out favor, blessings, and opportunities upon you. Your elevation has already begun. Now it's time to step into the fullness of your purpose. If this message resonates with you, if you feel in your spirit that this divine recognition is meant for you, I encourage you to leave a comment below with 777 and share this video with someone who needs to hear that their choices, their grace, and their forgiveness are being noticed by heaven. Don't let this powerful message end here. Let it continue to resonate and spread. Share it, amplify it, and know that everything you've endured, everything you fought through is preparing you for what's to come. Heaven is watching, and it is about to release a flood of favor into your life. What you've done, chosen one, is not only a moment of grace, it's the beginning of a divine transformation that is already reshaping your life. It's the result of consistent, unwavering integrity in the face of immense pressure. And this is precisely why Archangel Michael was so impressed by you. You see, Michael's expectations, while high, were initially shaped by the normal spiritual progression most chosen ones go through. But what he saw in you, what he witnessed in your actions, exceeded even his most hopeful projections. When Michael first reviewed your case, he wasn't expecting to see the depth of your character unfold so quickly, especially not during such a challenging season of your life. Like most celestial beings, Michael understands the process of spiritual maturation. He knows that the journey of a chosen one typically involves phases of growth, of stumbling, of learning lessons over time. He had anticipated that you would reach a certain level of maturity, but perhaps after more struggles, after more difficult seasons, after more outward victories. But what you demonstrated wasn't just growth, it was a leap. You didn't wait for the perfect moment to make the right choices. You made the right choices in the middle of the storm. That's what truly impressed him. It's not just about one defining moment of grace, as monumental as that moment was. It's about the pattern of behavior you've consistently demonstrated. You've been choosing righteousness over convenience, integrity over temptation, and love over hate, not because there was an immediate payoff or because someone would see it. You've been doing the right thing simply because it's the right thing to do, over and over again, without recognition, without fanfare, and often without reward. And that is rare even among the chosen. What Michael saw in your heart was not just an isolated act of grace, but a deeply rooted pattern of choosing the higher road. This wasn't a fluke. This wasn't a momentary lapse in your human nature. This was you, day after day, choosing to live in alignment with your divine calling, no matter the circumstances. And that, my friend, is what truly sets you apart. You see, it's easy to choose righteousness when things are going well. It's easy to love when love is being given in return. It's easy to stand firm when the world is cheering you on. But to choose righteousness when the world around you is filled with pain and chaos, that's when true integrity is tested. To choose love when the world is filled with hate, that's when you know you are operating on a divine frequency. To forgive when you've been wronged, that's when your soul rises above the limitations of this world and taps into something much higher. Archangel Michael, who has seen countless souls in their spiritual journeys, recognized this. He knew that you weren't just another person going through life responding to circumstances. You were operating at a frequency so high, so rare, that it required divine attention. This is why he requested a direct audience to discuss your case. This wasn't about one moment of grace. It was about the consistent integrity you had shown over time. And because of that, your life is about to take a massive turn. What does this mean for you now, chosen one? It means that your life is no longer moving at the same pace it once was. You've proven your character, your integrity, and your ability to choose the higher road even when no one was watching. And because of that, heaven is going to move faster in your life than you could have ever imagined. The process of spiritual growth and the unfolding of your purpose is about to be accelerated. Heaven operates with divine timing, and there's a rhythm to how things unfold in our lives. Normally, there's a certain process that must be followed, seasons of preparation, testing, and growth that take time to complete. But because you've demonstrated the strength of your character and the depth of your integrity in the most trying of circumstances, heaven has decided to accelerate your fulfillment. This is not a decision taken lightly. It's a recognition of your proven capacity to handle the responsibilities and blessings that are about to be released into your life. What does this acceleration look like? It means that things that were once delayed are now being fast-tracked. Opportunities that were scheduled for a later season are now being released ahead of time. Blessings that you were meant to receive in the future are now coming to you in the present. Doors that were once closed will suddenly swing wide open. And you may already be feeling this shift, even if you haven't fully grasped its significance. If you've noticed sudden movement in areas of your life where there was once stagnation, if you felt the timing of things speeding up, know that this is divine favor at work. The more you demonstrate your readiness, the more heaven will accelerate the process. This accelerated fulfillment is not just about the timing of your blessings, it's about the quality of the opportunities you're about to receive. Because you've demonstrated the character required to handle greater responsibility, the universe is lining up circumstances to bring those responsibilities to you in the most favorable of ways. You are being positioned for greatness, not because of some random chance, but because you've proven that you can carry the weight of your purpose with grace, integrity, and love. Now let's talk about the evidence of this divine favor. You've probably already seen glimpses of it. Perhaps you've noticed that attacks against you have begun to backfire. People who once sought to harm you are now facing difficulties that they can't explain. Situations that seem to be working against you are now falling apart for them. This isn't a coincidence. This is a direct result of your elevated spiritual status. When heaven is pleased with a soul, protection around that soul intensifies dramatically. The very energy that was meant to destroy you is now returning to those who sent it. It's a spiritual law: what you sow, you reap. And because you've sown seeds of grace and integrity, those who tried to bring harm to you are now reaping the consequences of their actions. Another sign of divine favor that you may have noticed is an unusual sense of peace. In the midst of chaos, when others would be overwhelmed, you found an inner stillness that doesn't make sense. This peace is not of this world. It's the direct result of heaven's intervention in your life. When you're under divine protection, you are given a peace that surpasses understanding. It's a peace that allows you to face storms without being shaken, to walk through trials without being crushed. This peace is your birthright as a chosen one, and it's a sign that heaven is aligning the universe in your favor. But that's not all. You may also be experiencing a newfound clarity in your life. Decisions that once seemed difficult or clouded are now becoming clear. You're receiving insights and wisdom that you didn't have before. It's as though the fog has lifted and you can see the path ahead of you with greater precision. This clarity is another form of divine favor. It's a sign that your connection to divine wisdom has been upgraded. You're receiving downloads of guidance that are leading you in the right direction, and this clarity will continue to grow as you step further into your purpose. Another sign of this divine favor is the reorganization happening in your life. People, situations, and even opportunities that were once blocking your progress are now being removed. Relationships that drained you, circumstances that held you back, and barriers that prevented your growth are all being shifted. You might not have even had to do anything to make this happen. It's simply the natural result of your new spiritual standing. Heaven is clearing the path before you, removing obstacles that would hinder your progress. This divine reorganization is a key part of the acceleration process. Lastly, you may be feeling an undeniable sense of anticipation. There's a stirring inside you, a sense that something big is on the horizon. You might not know exactly what it is, but you can feel it in your spirit. This is prophetic awareness. Your spirit is sensing the shift that's coming even before it arrives in the physical realm. This anticipation is a sign that you are being positioned for something extraordinary, and it's just around the corner. So, chosen one, as you look ahead, know that the acceleration of your life is happening now. Heaven has recognized your consistent integrity, your unwavering grace, and your ability to stand firm in the face of adversity. And because of that, everything in your life is about to move faster than you can imagine. Embrace this acceleration. Step into the fullness of your purpose, knowing that divine favor is surrounding you and your future is unfolding in ways you could never have anticipated. If you resonate with this, if you feel in your heart that this divine acceleration is already taking place in your life, I encourage you to write 777 in the comments below and share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Let them know that their season of favor is coming too. Share this revelation, amplify this frequency, and know that you are walking into a season of unprecedented blessings and opportunities. As you stand at the threshold of this divine revelation, understand that you are no longer the same person you were before. You have been seen. You have been recognized not just by those around you, but by the very celestial beings who observe and protect the chosen ones. Your actions, your consistent grace under pressure have marked you with a new identity, one that is recorded in the heavenly archives. You are now classified as a demonstrated warrior of light, and this new designation is far more than just a label. It is a reflection of the profound transformation that has taken place within you and the divine purpose that is now unfolding in your life. The classification of demonstrated warrior of light is a recognition of the fact that you have proven yourself capable of standing firm in the face of darkness, of responding to negativity with love, and of choosing grace when others would have chosen anger. This is no small thing. To be classified in this way is to have shown not only strength, but wisdom, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to walking in the light no matter what comes your way. It means that your character has been tested and refined, and that you have emerged victorious. This new identity is not just symbolic. It carries with it profound implications for your life moving forward. As a demonstrated warrior of light, you have entered a season of greater responsibility. You have proven that you can handle the challenges that life throws your way, and now heaven is entrusting you with even more. Your new status means that you are not only protected and favored, but that you are also called to be a beacon of light to those around you. You are being positioned to lead, to guide, and to inspire others through your example. With this new identity comes a deeper sense of divine protection. As you step into the fullness of your calling, you will experience an intensification of the divine favor and grace that have already begun to manifest in your life. The attacks that once seemed to have power over you will now be deflected. You will find that the challenges you face no longer have the same weight they once did. You have been elevated to a place of spiritual authority, and from this elevated position, nothing can harm you unless it is allowed by divine will. The doors that were once closed will now open for you, and the obstacles that once seemed insurmountable will now dissolve before you. But with this increase in divine favor comes an increase in responsibility. You are being called to step into the fullness of your purpose, to rise up and take your place in the world as a spiritual leader. This means that your actions will carry more weight than ever before. The way you respond to challenges, the way you interact with others, and the way you carry yourself will have a far-reaching impact. You are not just walking in the light for yourself anymore. You are a reflection of that light to others. Your grace under pressure will be the beacon of hope for those who are struggling, the example of strength for those who are weak, and the message of divine love for those who feel abandoned. As you step into your new role, understand that your influence will extend far beyond your immediate circle. Your story, your journey, and your actions will resonate with others in ways you can't even imagine. You will inspire those around you not just through your words, but through the very way you live your life. People will be drawn to your light, and they will look to you as a source of guidance and strength. Your testimony will become a living example of the power of consistent grace, and through your example, many will come to know the love and power of God in a way they never have before. This elevation isn't just about you, it's about the impact you will have on others. Your grace, your forgiveness, and your ability to respond to darkness with light will ripple outward, touching the lives of those who need it most. You will find yourself in situations where you can show others that it's possible to choose grace in the face of difficulty, to maintain integrity when everything seems to be falling apart, and to love when love seems impossible. This is your divine purpose, to be a living, breathing testimony of the transformative power of God's grace. As you embrace this new role, I encourage you to step forward with confidence and humility. Know that you are not alone in this journey. The divine forces that have watched over you are now empowering you to walk in your purpose with boldness. Heaven is rooting for you, cheering you on every step of the way. The angels are ready to assist you, and the Holy Spirit is guiding you in every decision. You are not walking in this new role in your own strength. You are walking with the power of the divine backing you at every turn. Now, as you move forward into this new season, I urge you to fully embrace this transformation. Understand that you are a force of divine light in this world, and your purpose is not just for you, it is for everyone whose life you will touch. You are a chosen one, not just for the blessings you will receive, but for the impact you will make on the world. Your actions, your choices, and your very presence will be a testament to the power of grace, and in doing so, you will help to bring light into the lives of those who need it most. With this in mind, I ask you to take a moment and reflect on the journey you've been on. Look at how far you've come and recognize the power that lies within you. You are not just any person, you are a warrior of light, a beacon of hope, and a vessel for divine love. And now, as you continue on your path, share this message with others. Let them know that they too can rise above their circumstances, that they too can choose grace in the face of adversity, and that they too can walk in their divine purpose. If this message has resonated with you, I encourage you to write 707 in the comments below. Let this be a declaration of your new identity, a statement of your commitment to walk in your divine purpose with grace, and a sign of the recognition you've received in the heavenly realms. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message, someone who needs to know that their choices matter, that their grace will be rewarded, and that they are being positioned for something greater. Finally, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on more content that will help you grow spiritually and embrace your divine calling. You are not alone in this journey, and together we will continue to walk in the light and impact the world in ways we can't yet fully understand. Embrace your new position, chosen one, and know that your future is bright. The power of consistent grace has positioned you for greatness, and you are about to step into a new season of divine favor and opportunity. Step forward with confidence, for you are walking in the fullness of your purpose,